Hello, everybody. My name is James, and I'd like to welcome you to the first meditation. And I wanted to congratulate you first up and say well done on taking the time to go within and spend time on yourself. Because without spending time on yourself, the one, it's very difficult to look after the many. And I know that for myself, engaging in some form of meditation or silence or just time with myself in a quiet space enables me to focus my mind and feel centered. We have 60,000 thoughts per day, and we have one new thought every 4 days. So you could imagine that most of the time the thoughts that we have are either rooted in the past or they're off into the future. So engaging in regular meditation or silence will enable you to be present in the current moment. And so you'll be able to focus better. You'll be able to engage with yourself and others in a very present way, which, as you can imagine, is very important for self-fulfillment. When we're focused in the moment, we tend to be the most productive, the most energetic, and we tend to get the most out of life, and therefore we feel fulfilled. So that's what these meditations are about. And it's not about being perfectly connected all the time. It's just really about taking the time out for you, taking the time out, particularly in the morning if you can, which helps to really set up your day and have you focus on what's important for you. So let's get started. What I'd like you to do is make sure that you're in a nice quiet space to start with. Make sure all phones are off. Any technology is off. And you're in a nice quiet space. Nobody else is around you making noise. Make sure this space is comfortable and it's just for you. Secondly, I'd like you to, if you can, engage or sit down, have yourself in a seated position. If you need to lie down, that's okay as well. Ideally, though, if you can, be in a seated position. The reason for this is our spinal cord is like an antenna, and the antenna is most effective when it's upright. Also, it activates the fluids within our brain, which help us to cognitively perceive things and bring equilibrium to our body. So if you can, be in a seated position with your legs crossed. But as I said, whatever's comfortable for you. This is not about being perfect. It's just about taking the time to practice. Secondly, I'd like you to now start following your breath. Just follow it in and out. Just become aware of your breath. Your breath is going to become your anchor. because we have all these 60,000 thoughts going on, it's like controlling a horse with no reins or an out of control monkey. So it's not about getting rid of thoughts, it's about understanding that you will not stop them, they will come in. But by focusing in on the breath and having your breath as an anchor, it will distract you from those thoughts and it will bring you back into the present moment. So when we're engaging in the meditations and thoughts come in, that's okay. Just let them be there and be aware of them, and then slowly bring your awareness to your breath, back to your breath. And this will help you to be back into the present moment. So we're going to do some circular breathing now. So what I'd like you to do is breathe in for 4 seconds now. Do that together. Breathe in. 3, 4. And now hold that breath for 4 seconds. 3, 4. And release. 4. And hold. 4. Good. And breathe in again. 4. And hold. And release. And hold. And breathe in. And hold. And release. And hold that. Good. I'd like you to return back to your normal breath now. Just relax and breathe in and out normally. Good. So today's meditation is going to be on gratitude, as I mentioned earlier. And I just want you to follow along as I guide you through this meditation. Gratitude is the fastest way to opening your heart and accessing love within your life. Very often we're not grateful for what it is that we have because we get caught up in different aspects of our life. Our lives are very busy these days, and we often don't make the time to reflect and see what it is that we have in our life and be grateful for that. Sometimes our gratitudes or the things that we're grateful for are very obvious. If someone comes and gives us a hug or praises us, or we feel good about something that we've done. And sometimes they're not as easy to spot. We may have had a challenging day, or someone may have challenged us, we may have challenged ourselves. And it's important in those moments to see the gratitude as well, to see what the challenges in life bring us and how they help us to see the positives in those. Maybe they help us to grow. Maybe they help us to understand others better, understand ourselves better. Maybe it expands our knowledge in business or a family situation. So it's important to spend time to see what you do have and where the positives lie within life. And gratitude is the key to doing that. So I'd like you to start with yourself now. The first thing we'll become aware of is our breath. Our breath that comes in and out of our body, the breath that we don't even control. We don't consciously think to breathe in and out. It just automatically happens. I'd like you to become grateful of that breath and whatever controls that breath. However it is that we were created and came into this life, created a breath that we don't even have to think about, it just happens. And it makes our heart beat, pumps blood, makes all our organs work, gives us brain function, and makes sure that we are alive. So I'd like you to just contemplate that for just a few seconds. The fact that you're alive with this breath. I'd like you to think about now what you physically do have. Your eyes to be able to see things, to see the beautiful landscape around you, people in front of you. Your ears to hear beautiful sounds, loved ones talking to you, sounds within your world. Your nose that you can smell, the smells of nature, cooking, your mouth and taste, the amazing food that you can taste, the fact that you can speak and talk, communicate, your hands, which allow you to touch things, pick things up, throw, hug. Your feet that allow you to walk, travel, move, connect to the earth. Kick a football. I'd like you to think about your family now, or your relationship that you may have, and envision those people or that person in front of you, and think about what you're grateful for within them. Do they give you amazing hugs? Do they understand you? Do they support you? Do they push you, maybe even challenge you to become a better person? Do they have certain mannerisms or ways that they talk that you're grateful for? Are they open with their communication? Just take a moment now and think about what you're grateful for with those people within your life. I'd like you to think now about the friends around you, your social area of life. What friends do you have around you that you really appreciate, you're really grateful for? Do they make you laugh? Do they understand you? Do they listen to your stories or your troubles? Think about the people that you have socially around you. Do you travel with them? Do you share certain experiences? Do you do any fitness with them? Do you bake together? Take a moment now to think about the people socially that are around you for whom you're grateful for them being in your life. Picture them in front of you. I'd like you to now move and think about the gratitude you have for your own mind into the mental area of your life. Think about what you're grateful for in the way that you think. Are you grateful for your emotions? Are you grateful that you're understanding that you think a certain way? Are you open? Are you giving? Are you a go-getter? Do you take time for yourself? Think about your behaviors and the way that you think. What are you grateful for within yourself in terms of your traits and what you do? Take a moment now to think about what you're grateful for in terms of yourself, not physically, but your mental aspect and your behaviors. Are you a great communicator? Are you an amazing thinker? Can you construct things, put things together? What is it that you are great at? Take a moment now to be grateful of those things within yourself. I'd like you to now think about what it is that you serve the world with. You might put this in your career or your work, but it may also float into different areas. But I'd like you to think about what you're grateful for in this area of life. How is it that you serve the world? What do you do in your workplace? What do you do with it? You may not work, you may be at home, staying at home with the family. And that's a form of service, the same as working for a company or being an entrepreneur and working for yourself. I'd like you to think about what it is that you're grateful for within that service. Do you get to communicate with people? Do you get to help them in a certain area of life? If you sell shoes, what are you grateful for with that? Is it that you get to put a smile on people's faces because they love getting a new pair of shoes? You get to speak to people every day. Think about what it is that you do and how you serve the world, and think about how grateful you are, or what are the gratitudes within that service. Take a moment now to do that. Gratitude is the key to opening up your heart and receiving, but also giving love. And love is the key to change, any change that you want to make in your life. Try and take the time to think about what you're grateful for, and if not, write it down. You can take out a pen and paper or put it on your computer and write down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for every day. I guarantee you, if you start doing this, you will start to open yourself up. You'll feel more energetic, you'll feel more focused and switched on, and you'll be grateful for who you are and what you have. One of the biggest precursors to dis-ease, the body not being at ease, is not being grateful for what you have. Wanting and wishing and being anywhere but in the present moment. So try and be grateful as much as possible for who you are and what you have. I'd like you to take a deep breath in now and let that out. Go back to your normal breath. And I'd like you to slowly wiggle your toes, wiggle your hands, roll your shoulders, roll your head from side to side. And when you're ready, I'd like you to open your eyes and come back to the present moment. Become aware of what you are. Thank you for joining this meditation, and I'll see you next time.